Hello YouTube, my name is Isabella and today we're going to be doing my September TBR. I've got a lot of housekeeping to do. I'm going to try and keep this brief. No, I did not post a TBR in August. I was kind of technically successful with my July TBR even though they did bleed into August. I decided to give myself though the break and the space. I didn't post for a month because of a lot of reasons, and then I just didn't have the energy to also keep up with BookTube. But I'm in the process of catching up. I think by the time this video goes up, my July wrap-up will be live, and hopefully my August wrap-up will be live soon. But today we're going to be talking about my September books. And now you might be wondering what's up with the setup, all that kind of stuff. I just decided to change it up. And it was easier to do the planning at my desk because, spoiler alert, this TBR is mildly complicated. My normal TBR game that I play is currently very busted and under construction. I think I have to make an entire new wheel, and I didn't want to rush that process, so I'm doing two different things this month. The first thing, I'm going to be participating in Becca's Bookopoly. I did it last year, or Becca's Bookopolathon. It's a month-long readathon where you play her TBR game. It's really fun. I did it last year. The links obviously will be down in the description, and I'm also going to be participating in the magical readathon. I'm not sure if the readathon itself has been changed, but it was created and hosted by G from Book Roast. This is the readathon that was previously based on Harry Potter, but G has switched it up to have its own entirely different mythology. It's really cool, and it's kind of like the beginner starter round with the main round starting in April. So I'm excited for both of them. This made the TBR very complicated, but I don't know. I've just been not feeling so great, so I decided we're gonna throw everything we can at the wall and see what sticks. With Becca's Bookopoly, you roll the dice and you keep going. I started with 7 rolls because that's as many spins as I normally do with my TBR spinner. If you get a double, that means you have to add on another spin, and I think that's it. Alrighty, I have my little Maleficent bookmark there, all set up with my cards, and roll number 1 is a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 humans. Okay, so the very first thing I rolled was humans, and I didn't really check what Becca meant by any of her prompts. I just kind of went and fit whatever I wanted the prompts to work with. So for roll 1, I chose Firekeeper's Daughter by Angeline, I don't remember their name, one second. Angeline Boule? Sorry, I will look up the pronunciation later. This also applies for the magical readathon. One of the prompts is to read a thriller or mystery book, and frankly I was just planning on skipping that prompt because basically to succeed you only have to do 2 prompts of the initial thing. And I don't tend to read mysteries or thrillers, so I was just going to skip it entirely. And then I realized I had Firekeeper's Daughter on hold from my library, and it's set to come in the next few days, so be perfect for September reading. I've seen really great reviews for this. It's actually set to be adapted by Barack and Michelle Obama, but it follows a young girl who recently decides to go undercover, drawing on the knowledge of Ojibwe medicines and whatnot to help assist the FBI solve a series of murders. This is definitely stretching it for me, a bit out of my comfort zone, but I'm very excited to give it a try. I've seen fantastic reviews for it, so I'm excited. Roll 2. 6 and a double 6. Joy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Mood read. Okay, that's pretty great. So roll 2 was mood read. I'm going to pick whatever the hell I want. At the time, I could have slotted something in, and then I realized that defeats the purpose of mood read. So when I get the chance, I'll just pick up whatever the hell I want and fill you in later. On to roll number 3. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Cute. Okay. So for roll number 3, I got cute. I just ended up choosing something that would fit also with another prompt, which was to read a book with a school setting. So I chose Hollowpox, The Hunt for Morgan Crow by Jessica Townsend. This is book 3 in the Nevermore series. I wasn't intending on reading it right away because I know the 4th book isn't set to come out super soon, but it has a school setting. These books are really adorable and cute. They're middle grade. I quite like them. I'm sure you know what they're about because a lot of people have read them. So I'm excited to read it. I just requested it from my library, so hopefully the audiobook comes in sometime in September. So on to roll number 4. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, buzzwords. Interesting. Because I decided to go so rogue in August, I'm feeling a bit of the heat for my poor choices, and I have a ton of arcs that I need to read, but have I chosen to read many of them this month? Not really, so I guess I'm officially going to be behind for once, which I don't love, but I'm just deciding to embrace it. I won't be requesting arcs until I catch up on them, because I have like 5 that are coming out in the next month and a half. So not great planning on my part. I will not do that again, but I did manage to squeeze 1 arc onto this, and I managed to find Certain Dark Things by Silvia Moreno Garcia. It also fits the prompt to read a book featuring ghosts or other supernatural beings. This is a book that was actually already released by Silvia Moreno Garcia, I think quite a few years ago. It's her take on like a noir vampire tale. I think it's set in Mexico, and it was already released but went out of print. Now that Silvia Moreno Garcia, I think, is becoming more popular of an author, her publisher decided to re-release it. So I have an arc of it. Ironically, this is one that I could probably wait to review on more, but it has dark in the title, so it just fit perfectly. So I am going to read this. The re-release version is set to come out September 5th or 7th, whatever that day is, a Tuesday. So we are hopefully over halfway, or about to be over halfway. Number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh shit. Feed scroll. That one's going to be very interesting. Oh, don't necessarily want that. So roll number 5 is the one I'm the most, like the absolute most nervous about, because it's feed scroll. So essentially I'm just going to scroll on my phone the first book that comes up that I own / have access to. If I can access it, I'll pick it up, and it's like something I want to read, obviously. So it's going to be interesting. I'm a little nervous. No, I'm very nervous. I guess we're gonna screen record and we're gonna find out together. Okay, are we refreshed? Okay, wants to read Empire Sand. I love Empire Sand, but no. Want to read Ninth Reign, but I don't own it. We'll just keep scrolling because it might be here a while. I've read The Nightingale. Kind of want to read The Bride Test. I don't know if I own it on Kindle. Might be an option if I can't find anything. Used to own To Kill a Kingdom and I got rid of it. The Empire of Gold, can I pick that? I was already planning on reading it, but I've already read it, but I am going to read it again in September. I want to pick that. Okay. Okay, it looks like I have Son of the Storm. Starla read it and gave it 4 stars. I own that book. I wasn't intending on reading it super soon because it's another series and I've started so many series, but that's what wills it. Okay, I'm reading Son of the Storm by Suyi Davies Okumbawa. I do want to read this book, and I honestly, the feed scroll could have gone so much worse, so I'm going to take it. It's 450 pages, which again, it could have been worse, but I would have liked something shorter. I also would have loved actually just to put The Empire of Gold on there because I'm planning on reading it or rereading it this month anyway, but beggars can't be choosers. I've already read it. That's kind of cheating. Roll number 6 is 3. 1, 2, 3. Community shelf. Oh, mother, I don't want that. shit, I really don't want that. For context, I did some good things for my community shelf and I did some bad things, so I'm not thrilled. And to be honest, don't remember which one's community shelf. I think it's this one. Okay, top 20 of 2021. That's not that bad. Roll 6 was community shelf, and it's just a book that I made on my list of top 10 books or top 20 books to read in 2021, and I am choosing The Blade Itself by Joe Abercrombie, another series I'm starting. I'm a bit of a mess. I'm very excited to give Joe Abercrombie a shot. He is like the biggest author when it comes to like grimdark fantasy, and I like grimdark. It's not my absolute favorite, but I'm very excited to give it a try. I'm excited to learn who Glokta is because literally everyone talks about them. I'm interested, excited, and I'm glad I'm finally picking it up. Roll number 7, 11. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. TBR Veteran. That one's interesting. Okay, I just realized I skipped a roll. Roll number 7 was TBR Veteran. Fully filmed all the rest of my shit already, but we're gonna scooch it back there for a second. TBR Vet, I chose fully a graphic novel because my reading was getting a lot. Like there are a lot of books on here and a lot of long books. So I chose the one graphic novel that I had that is a TBR Veteran. I posted a video last year of all my oldest books to read, so I just picked from there. And one of the prompts for the Magical Readathon is to read a standalone. So I chose The Encyclopedia of Early Earth by Isabella Greenberg. I've been intending to read this book for far too long. I cannot believe I have not read this book yet. I don't honestly know what it's about because I bought it 5 years ago, but it's a graphic novel or graphic work, so it should go faster. So roll number 8, hopefully the final one. I think the only thing I don't want is the TBR game because mine is currently broken. So anyway, let's see. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. New. Alrighty. And that's it. 8 rolls. Not too bad. So this next book is my final roll of Bookopoly, and then I'm going to chat about a couple others that I have to put on the list for the other readathon going on. But roll number 8 is new, however I choose to interpret that. And this is a new release and a new book, like a book that I just purchased. I think came out in July, but that's new enough for me. She Who Became the Sun by Shelley Parker Chan. Cannot wait to read this book. I'm dying for it. And yeah, very excited about it. It is pitched as Mulan meets the Song of Achilles. It is a retelling, I think. I think it's set in like 13th century China, and it is a reimagining of the start of the Ming Dynasty. I'm not familiar at all with that era of China's history, but I am very excited to give this a try. I've been looking forward to it for so long, and it is the final book in the Sapphic trifecta of 2021 that I have to finish. And I've been looking forward to this book for so long. I wanted to read it in August, but I decided not to because I wasn't posting videos on it, and I'm like 95% sure I'm going to do a standalone review on this at some point in time. This also applies for the Magical Readathon for a book that keeps tempting you or a book on the top of your TBR, and this is definitely fits the bill. Okay, the final 3 books I have to talk to you about to fulfill the final options here on of like the sort of mandatory ones. I chose not to do like the character filling out portion. That's something you can do later on. You don't have to do it this month. And with Bookopoly and this, there was absolutely no way I was going to get that done. But of the ones I missed, there is a prompt that says read a book with a map. I already knew that I was going to reread The Empire of Gold in September. Your girl's been feeling real sad and depressed. So I decided in August to reread favorite series of all time, and I'm currently listening to book 2. So book 3 will have to get pushed into September. Okay, almost done. One of the final things is to read a 5-star prediction. I'm choosing A Memory Called Empire. I think I'm gonna love this book. It's sci-fi, which is out of my wheelhouse, but so many people have spoken so highly of it, of the world building, of the political stuff. I'm very excited for it. Follows a woman who I believe is an ambassador to like her own country, traveling and trying to discover what happened to the previous ambassador because he was murdered, but like everyone else is kind of denying it, I think. I really want to read this book. It's been kind of burning a hole in my TBR for a while, so very excited for this one. That was fully my mistake, fully skipped a prompt, but we are good and caught up. And yeah, these are all the books I have to read in the month of September to pass both readathons and to include the one book I haven't picked yet, which is Mood Read. It's a bit chunkier than I wanted, a lot chunkier. And I'm starting 5 million series because I'm an idiot. This is bad. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 new series I'm gonna start. 2 of which have continuations, 2 of which are just new releases. So choices, but I'm excited to read a lot of these. I'm excited to have some comfort reads on here. And yeah, I hope you were okay with this version of my TBR and this setup. I might actually try and use this setup a little bit more because I have access to my desk right here and you get to see a shelf that I don't know if I've literally ever shown this shelf off before. So yeah, I'm happy to be back in the swing of things. I'm happy to be filming again. Hopefully September I get to post a lot, but I'm still kind of busy with work, so we shall see, but I am back and ready to participate. Thanks for watching. I don't remember my outro at the moment because I'm an idiot. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon. Something like that. Bye.